Music broadcasting by radio stations is not free. Each song broadcast involves a payment for royalties, licenses, and other administrative costs. But how exactly does this payment system work? In this video, we explore the details of how a radio station pays for each song played, from royalties to licensing, to the various payment models that influence costs. Every radio station, whether traditional or online, is required to pay to use the music. Song royalties are managed by collecting societies, such as SIAE in Italy, or BMI and ASCAP in the United States. These organizations collect payments from radio stations and distribute them to authors, composers, and music publishers. Radio stations purchase reproduction licenses, which can be divided into two main categories. General license. The radio station pays an annual fee for the right to broadcast a certain number of songs. This fee varies based on the size of the station and the amount of music broadcast. Online station licensing. Online radio stations, like those that stream, pay per song play. This model is often based on the number of streams or plays per song. The cost per song broadcast depends on several factors, including the type of radio station, the number of listeners, and the length of time the music is broadcast. The fees may seem small for each individual song, but they add up quickly when the radio is constantly playing music. The main factors that influence costs are duration of music broadcasts. The more music a radio broadcasts, the higher the cost of the license. Number of listeners. Stations with larger audiences pay more than those that reach fewer people. Let's take a practical example. Annual license. A small local radio station might pay around $1,000 to $3,000 per year for a broadcast license, while a nationwide station might spend tens of thousands of euros per year. Song rates. The per-song rate varies, but generally ranges between 5 and 10 cents per song, depending on the station and the license. Online radios, as well as streaming platforms, are forced to pay for each listen of a song. Every time a song is played, the radio pays a small amount. This model applies to platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and Deezer. In the United States, online radio stations pay between 2 cents and 1 cent per listener for each song played. In Italy, the cost per stream can vary between 1 cent and 5 cents per song, depending on the type of license stipulated. In addition to royalties, radio stations may face other expenses such as music royalties, local or independent music and commercial agreements and sponsorships. As we can see, the payment process for streaming a song is complex and depends on various factors. Radio stations face costs not only for licensing, but also based on their audience and the volume of airplay. While the cost per song may seem low, when you add up the royalties, licenses, and fees, the overall costs for larger radio stations are far from negligible. Now that you understand how and how much radios pay to broadcast your favorite song, put a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Thanks, and until next time.